You follow every step on the board during the lecture. Everything makes sense. Then you get home, open the homework, and the page might as well be in a different language. This happens to almost every math and science student at some point. And AI has genuinely changed how quickly you can get unstuck. But it has also introduced a failure mode that most students do not see coming. Because the same AI that can walk you through a concept clearly can also give you a wrong number with total confidence, and you would have no way of knowing just by looking at it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly which tools to use for which parts of math and science, and one verification habit that catches AI's mistakes before they cost you a grade. There are 2 mistakes worth naming first. Mistake 1 is obvious. You scan a problem, copy the final answer, and move on without absorbing a single step. This works for tonight's homework. It guarantees you freeze on the test when there is no app in front of you. Mistake 2 is less obvious and more dangerous, because it looks like you are doing the right thing. You ask ChatGPT or Claude to solve a multi-step calculation, and you trust the output without checking it. Large language models are pattern matching systems trained on text. They are not calculators. They can make outright arithmetic errors on complex problems, especially when there are many dependent steps or unusual number combinations. And here is what makes it risky. They say the wrong number in exactly the same confident, well-formatted way they say the right one. You have no visual cue that anything went wrong. For pure computation, use Wolfram Alpha. Wolfram Alpha does not predict what a correct answer might look like. It calculates, symbolically and numerically, using real mathematical algorithms, and then shows you the full steps. The workflow is this: after AI walks you through the approach to a problem, plug the actual numbers into Wolfram Alpha as an independent check. If the 2 results disagree, that is a signal to go back and find the step where something went wrong. For getting unstuck on a specific problem, Photomath is excellent. Point your phone's camera at the equation and it walks through the full step-by-step solution, often showing multiple solving methods side by side. But here is the honest way to use it. Cover the solution after scanning. Attempt the problem yourself, using just the first step as a hint. Only reveal more if you are stuck on a specific part. That approach keeps the cognitive work yours and builds real problem-solving fluency, rather than just filling in an answer box. For conceptual understanding, for actually grasping why a method works rather than just that it does, that is where ChatGPT and Claude are genuinely powerful. But the way you prompt it changes everything. Do not ask for the answer. Say, walk me through the steps, explain the reasoning at each one, and then give me a similar problem so I can try it myself before you show me the solution. That one prompt converts the AI from an answer machine into something much closer to a real tutoring session. You are doing the active part of the thinking, and the model is checking your work. For younger students, especially those working through algebra to calculus in a structured curriculum, Khanmigo from Khan Academy is worth knowing about. It is built around Socratic questioning rather than giving direct answers, which research links to better results on subsequent problems. It requires a Khan Academy account and a small subscription, and it works best as a companion to their platform rather than a standalone tool. Now here is the verification habit that ties all of this together. Anytime AI gives you a numeric answer to a multi-step problem, run the same numbers through Wolfram Alpha. They work completely differently under the hood, which makes them a genuine independent check, not the same method repeated twice. And then ask the simpler question: does this answer actually make sense? If a word problem about travel time returns a negative number, that is not subtle. If a percentage calculation gives you 340%, something went wrong. Get in the habit of glancing at whether the result is physically reasonable before writing it down. Here is how the tools fit together in practice. You are stuck on a related rates calculus problem. You start by asking Claude to explain the general concept in plain language, no numbers yet, just the idea. Once that clicks, you ask it to walk through your specific problem step by step, explaining the reasoning at each stage. You work the arithmetic yourself on paper as it explains. When you reach a final answer, you plug the derived equation into Wolfram Alpha independently. If they match, you are solid. If they disagree, you have a specific place to look rather than starting from scratch. 3 tools, 3 different jobs, about 10 minutes total, and you finish with the right answer and the understanding that makes the next problem easier. This is part of a 5-video series on AI for students. The rest are linked below, covering essay writing, the complete study system, how to land your first job, and the AI research assistant. Subscribe so you catch all of them. And tell me in the comments, which subject do you struggle with the most?